Okay, ready? Right here in the middle of Chicago is the headquarters of one of the richest companies in the world, with a department who dedicated nearly $400 million last year to influence you to make decisions that can destroy your health, and by lobbying governments to get them on their side and knowing that miracle drugs are priced in the thousands. Companies like these can take advantage of you by tracking your behavior to see when you are psychologically the most susceptible, to make you go from having just one meal to being addicted for life. If you don't understand how these companies spend billions to maximize their chances of controlling your psychology, you will never lose weight through exercise and diet alone. Because even if you do, companies have set up a system where you'll just gain it back. And without understanding that system, you will never win.
95% failure rate.
Do you have an idea about how much weight you're interested in losing?
I've been overweight since I was a kid, and after years of learning from scientific articles, Reddit, and personal experience, I finally lost nearly 100 pounds and have kept it off for almost 2 years. I found that a big obstacle in my weight loss journey was manipulation done by food companies to keep us fat, and I want to break that down for you, as well as the 2 simple steps I took to overcome it. This is the first McDonald's advertisement from 1966, and its tactics still influence us in 2024. But they may seem obvious once explained, so try predicting what they're doing to you while watching.
The world's newest, silliest, and hamburger-eatingest clown, Ronald McDonald. Now, where is that clown? Oh, Ronald! Hey, Ronald!
Here I am, kids. Hey, isn't watching TV fun? Especially when you got delicious McDonald's hamburgers.
Ronald, you can't be on TV and watch it at the same time.
As a psychology researcher, I think this ad tries for 2 goals, which in general is supported by numerous scientific articles. Understanding these goals can help you recognize how advertisements are shaping your behavior. By featuring a clown watching TV when he shouldn't be, paired with silly music, it seems like the ad's first goal is to try to tell us that McDonald's is fun, and that the second goal is that they're trying to target children. Now, you might see straight through this ad trying to tell you to eat McDonald's to be happy, but studies show that kids, something we all used to be, have a really hard time doing so. In addition to this, a child's brain is like a sponge, ready to absorb everything, learning what to do, what not to do, what's boring and what's fun. So if a child is taught that McDonald's food is fun, with a brain eager to learn and one that can't really tell if an ad is lying or not, then there's a good chance that what the ad is saying is gonna stick. And with every advertisement we watched over the years, they reinforce the connection between McDonald's and fun. And other companies have caught on too. If you want to relax with friends, crack open a pack of Lay's. If you want to feel adventurous, eat some Skittles. Before long, almost every major food company is reinforcing the connection, and it gets worse. They got your parents too. And you likely inherited whatever habits that come from their association between food and emotions. At this point, you can probably see one of the reasons why the connection between food and emotions is so strong. Now, eating because of your emotions is probably something you already know you do. When we get bored or sad or stressed, we eat. And I'm not talking about salads or a nice birthday cake outing with your friends or celebratory dinner. I'm saying when I used to get sad, I would buy a big bag of hot Cheetos, Chips Ahoy cookies, the red ones of course, and sour streamers. Food usually highly caloric and unhealthy. And from my personal experience, as well as from the scientific literature, emotional eating is a big reason why people stay overweight for life. And that's because people can diet, but as soon as something makes them feel a negative emotion, they turn right to food for comfort. So if you're trying to lose weight, there's this cycle of guilt and shame that comes after the binge, and then feeling like you can't lose weight at all, and then giving up on your diet altogether. And if you've already lost weight with a strict diet and exercise program, and haven't built the habits you need to keep it off, there's a chance that you will experience negative emotions that will trigger you to eat, torpedo your progress, and make you spiral until you gain the weight back. Fortunately for us, there are 2 simple steps you can take to minimize the connection between food and emotions adapted from years of psychology research. First, you're gonna follow a simple protocol. You need to start writing down what you eat, the emotions you felt before eating, and the moments that led up to those emotions. Once you can consistently identify these 3 elements, then you can make your game plan. This is the second step. Which of these elements can you eliminate? Can you minimize the moments that cause those negative emotions? Can you change your emotional reaction to those moments? Or can you change the resulting behavior? One of the most helpful changes I've made that has helped me keep weight off for over 2 years now was realizing that when I feel bored, I start to crave snacks. But instead of eating snacks, I gave myself 2 replacement behaviors, which was to either play a video game that will suck me in or shove down a really high protein meal so that I wouldn't be hungry. And even if that meal put me over my calorie limit, it's better than inhaling the thousands I would have had from my binge. And it doesn't lead to the chain reaction of guilt, not believing I'll succeed, and giving up on my diet. Creating this habit let me stay on track. And once you're able to systematically replace or minimize all of the component habits that you learned from your journaling protocol that keep you fat, you'll not only lose weight, but you'll keep it off for good. And I know that this seems a bit slow, but in my view, there is no alternative. You have to accept that you won't lose 100 pounds in 3 months, and that companies have wired your brain and your parents' brain for decades. You have to rewire your brain, and that takes time. But I promise, once you grab a hold of your own psychology, you'll make it to the other side like I did. And trust me, the grass is way greener.